You've been recycling wrong. That pizza box? Not recyclable. Those plastic forks? They're jamming machines. That shiny receipt in your wallet? It's laced with toxic chemicals. Every item on this list looks recyclable, but it's not. And tossing them in the bin might be hurting the planet more than helping. This isn't just a list, it's a reality check. Recycling is one of the most powerful tools we have against pollution, waste, and climate damage, but only when we get it right. Every year, millions of well-meaning people unknowingly contaminate their local recycling streams by tossing in the wrong things. When the wrong item goes in, the entire load can be rejected and sent to a landfill. That's not just a waste, it's a step backward. So today, we're exposing 25 everyday items you thought were recyclable, but actually aren't. And just as importantly, we'll show you what to do instead. Let's get into it. Everyone loves pizza, but your greasy box? Not so lovable. Grease seeps into the cardboard, weakening the fibers and making it unsuitable for recycling. A greasy box can even ruin an entire recycling load. Most recycling centers can't process food-soiled paper products because oil and grease interfere with the paper pulping process. The greasy half? Compost it or throw it out. Or better yet, request compostable pizza boxes when ordering. In fact, some materials used in takeout packaging are considered wish-cycling traps, items people toss in the bin with good intentions, but bad outcomes. If in doubt, compost or trash them. Opt for restaurants that use compostable packaging and support local efforts for sustainable alternatives. They're small, oddly shaped, and made of cheap plastics not accepted by most curbside programs. They fall through sorting machines, contaminate other streams, or get sent to landfill. Because of their size and material composition, they rarely make it through modern material recovery facilities. At home, wash and reuse or invest in compostable alternatives. When ordering delivery, request no utensil. Plastic straws. These seem harmless due to their size, but they're infamous for clogging machinery. Worse, they escape collection systems, ending up in oceans where they harm marine life. Sea turtles, birds, and fish often mistake them for food or get impaled by them. Fix: skip the straw, use a reusable one, or request biodegradable options when ordering out. Section 2. Bathroom and personal care. Toothbrushes, a plastic handle, nylon bristles, and sometimes rubber grips, all fused together. Nearly impossible to separate for recycling. Multiply that by the billions used annually and you've got a huge landfill issue. Fix: use bamboo toothbrushes with compostable handles, or find brands with recycling programs. Preserve and TerraCycle are two brands with mail-back programs. Disposable razors. They're often made with multiple materials, including metal and plastic, bonded tightly together. These can't be processed by traditional recycling facilities. Most end up in the landfill and stay there for centuries. Fix: switch to safety razors with replaceable blades or use brands offering mail-back recycling. It's cost-effective and sustainable in the long run. Used paper towels and napkins. Once they're used, they are considered contaminated. The fibers are short and often soaked with food or grease, making them unsuitable for recycling. Clean paper towels may seem okay, but if used for anything besides water, they're done. Fix: compost them if you have access. If not, dispose of them as waste. Consider using reusable cloth napkins and rags. Receipts. Printed on thermal paper, they contain harmful chemicals like BPA and BPS. These aren't just bad for your health, but contaminate the paper recycling stream. Touching them frequently can even lead to hormone disruption. Fix: choose digital receipts whenever possible. Dispose of thermal paper in the trash. Wash hands after handling them. Toothpaste tubes. Many tubes are made from a blend of plastic and aluminum. These multi-layer designs are nearly impossible to separate for recycling. And despite looking like typical plastic, most brands aren't accepted curbside. Fix: use toothpaste tablets or look for tubes from brands with take-back programs. Tom's of Maine and Colgate have sustainable options. Section 3. Tech and electronic waste. CDs and DVDs. Made from layers of plastic, dye, and metal, these old media formats can't be processed like regular plastics. Even worse, when broken, they can damage machinery or become a hazard. Fix. Donate to artists or schools, or repurpose into crafts. E-waste programs may accept bulk loads. Some areas have convenient mail-back services. CFL and fluorescent bulbs. These contain mercury, dangerous if broken. They require special disposal and can't go in your bin. Mishandling these can lead to mercury exposure. Fix. Many big box hardware stores accept them for recycling. Always transport in original packaging or protective sleeves. Shredded paper. The pieces are too small to sort and can contaminate other paper streams. Worse, they can slip through machinery and jam up the works. Fix. Compost it or bag it in paper and check local guidelines. Shredded paper is ideal for compost bins and animal bedding. Incandescent bulbs. They're not like glass bottles. They have metal filaments and thick glass, which can't be recycled in most systems. They break easily and contaminate glass recycling. Fix. Switch to LEDs, which last longer and are easier to recycle. Some utility programs offer rebates for upgrading. Section 4. Household headaches. Plastic bags and film wrap. These items are lightweight and flexible, often tangling in recycling machinery. They're also difficult to sort. Most programs specifically say no to them. Fix. Return to store drop-off bins or reuse at home. Use cloth grocery bags to avoid them altogether. Styrofoam. Expanded polystyrene is cheap but very hard to recycle. It breaks into tiny particles that clog systems and pollute waterways. It takes over 500 years to decompose. Fix. Avoid when possible. Choose cardboard or compostable alternatives. If you must use it, check for rare drop-off locations. Mirror glass. Contains coatings that don't melt properly. One piece can contaminate an entire load of recyclable glass. Mirrors are not accepted by any standard curbside program. Fix. Trash it or reuse in DIY projects. Mosaic tiles and reflective decorations are a great way to repurpose. Ceramics. Plates, mugs, tiles, they melt at different temperatures than recyclable glass, ruining batches. Even tiny pieces cause rejection. Fix. Donate intact items or repurpose for art projects. Some construction recycling centers may accept certain ceramics. Garden hoses. Flexible and long, they jam recycling belts. Often made with mixed materials too, they are notorious for shutting down entire facilities when tangled. Fix. Trash them or look for upcycling ideas. Come into rings for garden ties or art projects. Section 5. Greenwashed garbage. Glitter. Made from PET plastic and aluminum, glitter particles are too small to capture and become microplastic pollution. They end up in waterways and the food chain. Fix. Try biodegradable glitter made from eucalyptus cellulose or mica, or skip it altogether. Biodegradable plastics. Most need industrial composting, not backyard bins. If recycled, they can contaminate regular plastic batches and ruin efforts. Fix. Compost only if you have access to industrial facilities. Otherwise, trash them. Read the fine print on packaging. Chip bags and snack wrappers. Made with fused layers of foil and plastic.
Impossible to separate with standard equipment. Their shiny look is deceptive. Fix. Use take-back programs from brands or avoid multi-material packaging. TerraCycle accepts some brands. Clothes hangers. Odd shapes and mixed materials make these a nightmare. They tangle and jam machinery. Fix. Donate to dry cleaners or repurpose creatively. Use for crafts, garden tools, or storage hacks. Biodegradable straws. Often paper-based or compostable, but still not recyclable. They can still cause jams like plastic ones. Fix. Compost when possible, otherwise trash them. Reusable stainless steel or silicone straws are better. Outro. You thought you were doing the right thing. And you were, with good intentions. But good intentions can't fix broken systems. The truth is, recycling only works when it's done correctly. Just one wrong item can send an entire bin to the landfill. That's time, energy, and resources down the drain. So next time you stand over that blue bin, ask yourself, is this really recyclable? Check your local rules. When in doubt, leave it out. And always prioritize reducing and reusing, because being eco-friendly doesn't start at the bin, it starts with knowledge. If this helped you rethink your recycling habits, like, share, and subscribe. And let's clean up the planet the right way. The Earth doesn't need perfection. just progress. Stay smart, stay green. We'll see you next time.